It's time for Power Hour.
Can devs do something?
Hello, traders. Welcome to the Sunday stream. We are in Power Hour, the last 60 minutes before the weekly candle close. 34 minutes to go, and just live early because of some price action. Where just not looking good, man. Not looking good at 42K. The second test, the first time was, the crazy 12, right? The ETF stuff, and now the weekend bearish consolidation, breaking down and going for our lowest 4-hour candle close of the year of 2024, where you got to go back to December 30th. I know it's not like 2 weeks, whatever, 2-week lows. And then if you look at the daily, there's this old trend line that if you extend it out, you got the touch on the 3rd, and then you got the touch on the 12th. So very well respected demand line that is soon to be tested again. And on the daily, working in less than 34 minutes, you'll have a bearish engulfing candle confirmed. And it will be, wow, on the daily, the lowest daily candle close confirmed since December 17th. But remember, above all is the 41,986 42K level that extends back to 2021. This is just like a pretty mega important level. You think without this, you go see 40,665 again, like you did on the 3rd. I hope it holds, man. I do. But remember, dude sending those texts, calling them EFTs, the Bitcoin EFT. I don't know what I'm doing. How do I buy? It's been terrible. I mean, Bitcoin from its highest point, from the zenith of the run so far, 49,100 and change, it's down about 14% since then, right now. So, I mean, that's the damage FOMO can do to somebody. But there you go. They're trying to defend it. That's the stream, man. That's it. I mean, whatever. Hey, XRP was doing weird stuff. I mean, I guess it is. Like, it's holding up better than Bitcoin. And then just real fast, we'll knock out Jonathan Nation very early. Jonathan, how was your weekend? Did you do anything exceptional, fun, anything like that?
I like turtles.
There's bears out here.
Well, soon. Thank you, Jonathan. There it is. All right, here's just a way to look at it. A channel man. A channel man. Just like kind of one on the bottom, one on the top, kind of another on the top, then like a perfect touch on the top. And if you just kind of anchor it that way, because you can't anchor it from the bottom because it's already broken, terribly violated. So this is the only way to like make it make sense. Anchoring from the top and then one on the bottom, and then you got like a another touch on the 3rd and another on the 8th and then another on the 12th and now another today. But as you can see, you are like at it. This is it. This is it, man. Got an espresso in my coffee today, so we'll see what that does. I really don't know if it'll do anything. Okay, could be placebo effect. That's it, Batson. That's the stream. Okay, get wrecked, everyone. Okay, all right. And so what's happened to Ethereum since, man, I pretty much to the perfect degree touching that supply line of the channel. The second target of the trade setup as well. It's been nothing but number go down. I don't know. You went back up one more time, but now working on a bearish engulfing candle, still extremely elevated. You think like a normal event that could occur here is a formal bullish back test of 2,400 and change. I mean, if that happens and they defend it, that's fantastic. But there's still, $75, $80 to go till you test it. So, but down 3.65%. It's worse for ETC. I mean, it got pummeled today. It was down 8%, only 7.63% right now. But all of it depends on this right here, right? The fate of crypto Earth is in the hands of Bitcoin at 42K, a key inflection point from years ago. All right, what a run though! What a run since October, man. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many others. Not so much XRP. It hasn't really been a great run. It's been terrible. But kind of something really interesting about XRP is the fact that look what I've found. It's like no way, man. Like what? How is this happening? How in the world is XRP got this like by the textbook, 60% on B, lower high on C, 1414 confluent with the 786 PRZ, and it's all happening at this inflection point that takes you back to 2021, 2019, 2018. It's just that's what they're doing. It's kind of insane. I can't even like how do you, and then you notice like the trend's good, a bullish harmonic completes, and it's all happening above this old inflection point that just kept being regarded as resistance. It was support in January 2022 that one time, but it is once again support. And you can see like the price action, but then like everything kind of calmed down, the volatility subsided, and you saw like the actual, chubs from Happy Gilmore giving it just a nice taparoo, of course, right? That nice spring back test right there, man. And so it hasn't done anything and may very well just collapse with Bitcoin and everything else. All right, the world's over. Yep, we're done. We're screwed. But I'm just saying, from some sort of like risk management standpoint, where you're not acting like you know where it's going next. There's no ego. Ego's left at the door, right? It's kind of set up better than most crypto because, to be quite frank, XRP was terrible. Like this whole lead up from mid-October to now, it's been dog crap. Garbage. At least BNB, ran to 350. Holy crap, it was perfect. Inverse head and shoulder, spring back test, all. But this is just like nothing, and maybe it's nothing because now it's something. You don't know what it'll turn into, but if you know the power of the Gartley, what is it like? Ignore the Gartley, get left behind. So very cautiously optimistic, just based on the structural development. And just think about it like this. Flip the chart over, man. If you flip this chart over and you just think about it, and it's like, okay, only lower highs, lower lows for 18 months. Lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And then just like a bearish Gartley happens, it develops, and then like the pattern completion zone PRZ happens to be like this bearish back test to this old level that had been support resistance, and now it's flipped to resistance, and now they're defending it. I mean, it's just like I don't know how you could look at this and be like, I can't wait to go long on an asset that looks like this. You'd be like, this is just setting up for 76 cents, way lower. Way, way lower. I mean, we can go back to like old trends Bitcoin's been in. Like, let's just go 2018 and just look at like, just when Bitcoin was just going through just garbage times. Yeah, you end up getting like W shapes in downtrends. W shapes and downtrends. They're on less significant time scales, but hey, that's the difference. I mean, and then you've got, look, man, coming off a sell-off. The context isn't exactly the same. It's more like XRP's context is more like this. You know, you had the fake news, right? And there was a bottom there. I mean, this is kind of like what XRP's got going on. But yeah, I mean, those continuations, again, you got to go to like the 4 hour. Because I remember like identifying them in 2018, some of the earliest streams ever. And just seeing them and be like, oh my God, it's just a nasty W shape in the downtrend. Yeah, I mean, that was a continuation there. But yeah, just stuff like nothing perfect. Kind of like, look, you got like XA, BC, and then D up there, you know, just W shapes, man, like in downtrends. It's nasty. Yeah, and they were really weak, you know. You can see like some of them like were like this. Yeah, like yeah, it's a bearish Gartley in the downtrend. I mean, just disgusting. So again, it's not going to mean crap, probably. I don't think it might not even be possible for it to resolve in a bullish manner if like Bitcoin's done, like for a while. Like the short-term tops in. Well, it looks like the bearish pin bar was perfect. Daily 4 hour. It was incredible. All after hitting all three of those targets. And apparently, some sort of, if you have it anchored this way, this is the anchor point on the top, it was a perfect test of that supply line, overbought in the uptrend. Now you're considered right now oversold in the uptrend, but there's no one buying right now, and it's coming off of the news-driven catalyst, the reversal. Like, I mean, hey, the ETF news has been released, it's happened, okay, no one's buying, and there goes Bitcoin at its lowest point of this 4 hour candle, lowest point of the day, and again working on its lowest daily candle close since December 17th. You got 23 minutes till this could get really, really ugly. So, yeah, man. Yeah. Not looking too hot, but you never know. Bitcoin tends to humble what seems like certain death. It ends up not being. And then it seems like certain upside ends up not being. That's the way Bitcoin's always been. So I guess we'll have an alert set up if like you're breaking this demand line here. It looks crazy on the 60-minute, like 4 hour, 60-minute, whatever. If I even have it plotted. Gosh dang, hold on. Let me just show you here. And forget the top, just look at the demand line to see how insane it is. Just look how many perfect touches. You get violations, you always get the formal back test. Violation, formal bullish back test. As it was recovered, the buyers recaptured, then redefended. And that was a trade setup down there too. But here you are. Are the buyers are they attempting to, like one time? Are they trying again like they've tried before, like they've done it in the past? They better pick it up soon, because this is it. I mean, you're talking about demand line, upsloping support, along with horizontal line support resistance from 2021. There's nothing else. Like, and when these are really broken, you're going straight down to 40,665, which is the target. I mean, that's like almost 3% more downside on Bitcoin here. So there it is. There it is. We got some major selling going into the weekly close, where you're just at the lows of the week. Well, I mean, you're getting there. The lows of the week, I guess, technically was 41,485. Someone cue up the critical area song because this is as critical as it gets. What do you call this? The sovereign wealth FOMO moon boy, the rich FOMO moon boy demand line. This is it. Here we go, man. I mean, you're staring at the ongoing breach of Helm's Deep, man. XRP is now about to go negative like everything else. I know Chainlink has held up pretty well. It was up 5%, it's only up 3% now, but that's pretty freaking good compared to what Bitcoin's doing. Tezos was doing really well. It hit like fresh 52-week highs, I think, this weekend. And then you got ENS up 2.35% somehow. Unibot up 1.67%. Let's go, dude. So, I guess we have a live price action stream. Here it is. Should I change the thumbnail to, or not the overlay to storms now? Should we turn on the rain? Should change the weather. All right, we got some rain, and we got some thunder. Maybe we should throw some lightning in there. You can't have thunder without lightning. All right, here we go. We'll get some storm clouds, some lightning. Okay. Storm clouds and rain and lightning until further notice. Until morale improves. Until the bids come back in. One more time.
Practical dip. Wu-Tang.
41.8 down $1,000 right now. And, you know, I spent some time looking at these altcoins on the weekend, this weekend, and they really, like, there are a couple that are like, hey, they're at these checkpoints, they're at these inflection points, and they maybe are holding up, but only once. First time. I want the second time. I want, like, FIL to, what it did, I want it to come back and test again, and then buyers come in, and we get some sort of signal candle, and then there's divergence on the, I'm waiting for, like, just better multitude of variables to present themselves, because currently they're not there. Like, again, I'm just look at Sol, that, you know, it was doing stuff. It was like holding, it was looking a little better. It was back testing a level from history, and then it goes and this weekend tests the supply line, and guess what? There was a tremendous amount of supply there. There was supply at supply line. I can't believe it. So 1, 2, 3. All right. It does look like classic distribution, but like the most recent event is like kind of buyers are attempting to maybe pivot this thing higher than this low here. And it just reminds me of what we saw on like the S&P and the NASDAQ, where it was the same type of stuff where it just looked pretty freaking bad, like it was going to resolve bearishly. And then look, I'm showing you, hold on. It was almost like this, where you have 1, 2, 3. Maybe the spider was better because I don't think it went as low. No, they both did like 1, 2, 3. And then this last major sell-off, like I guess liquidity grab, false bearish breakdown, and then the bullish divergence developed. So I guess if we're looking at it the same way, where they have the same type of situation going on, you might be waiting for this to happen. I don't think there's no way you're going to get bullish divergence though on the daily, like nothing like the S&P. So you might have to wait, but I'm just saying TIA respected, the channel, the supply line was respected. It hit over $100, hit $103 today, and is now trading at 94, right around 94. So this is a big market cap coin. We look at BNB. It's just still, it's doing this sideways down sloping consolidation after testing a major inflection point. And so you think, like, it's not too bad. I mean, it's only down 0.4%. Really not bad at all, man. Yeah, dude, it's insane. Like cult stuff, Cal. It's a bunch of cult members, and I don't understand. Like they can plague the crypto community as much as they want. This is not a crypto community, though. This is a traditional technical analysis community. Okay, where we practice trading in the zone by Mark Douglas principles. Okay, that is not at all what that community is. That's the opposite. When the leadership is just flaunting designer stuff over and over and over, like somehow, oh, he earned it, yeah, legitimately, sure, okay, dude, yeah, he's gonna change the world. No one cares. Stop bringing it in here. I just don't want it in here. You can go somewhere else and do it though. Everywhere else will accept it, just not here. All right. What's up, Dow Jones? Thank you, dude. So BNB holding up in there, you know.
Peace.
After
Nice
the
shirt.
word. Yeah, dude. Well, kind of funny that it's happens to be a bear. It's the bear. I'm just done with NFL. Dolphins just Tua. What are you doing, man? I mean, like, how are like Miami Dolphins going to be able to compete in an environment where the temperature is -4 degrees? Who knows what the wind chill was that last night? It's ridiculous. Okay, so we looked at like the bigger ones. I mean, you really want to. Well, here's Filecoin, where this is what I would prefer if we were blessed enough to receive. Just a second test here, and you develop an edge. You're in an uptrend. You've had the correction. Let's get the wave structures. Let's get some sort of dragon. It's the dragon. You have to wait. Sorry, the comet has not arrived. The naked eye cannot see the incoming comet, so you have to wait. It's not actionable. It looks like there's a lot of downside. How much before you see the next real level? 14 to 17% downside. After a formal bearish back test, the 641 as resistance. That's the most recent event, and forget it, man. And unfortunately, like a lot of these are like, we look around, yeah, here's DOT. What about DOT really is intriguing right now? Why don't you wait till 680, 669? Wait. The first lower high of the entire move it's like inverse head and shoulders behavior, right? Momentum shift from the buyers to the sellers until at a key inflection point, the buyers defend it for a second time and we develop some sort of edge. Until this, you have to say hands off. I want nothing to do with it. Because like it could be head and shoulders. Like if this occurrence does not come to pass and they break this level, they're gonna test it again. But if they fail the test, easy 550 correction, and it would be normal and no one would care and the world would continue on, and that's it. Like it wouldn't be a big deal. Either outcome, like the buyers defending the level and pivot and run, it could be a low risk opportunity to long, but this could happen too, and it would be fine because you went on this run that like barely any pullback since mid-October. The asset appreciated in value 167% in 68 days, and now you put in a lower high, 828. So an overhead resistance was regarded as resistance. Like Filecoin had the same thing. So this is what I'm talking about. It's like not really any kind of opportunity. Like Link could be okay, but like you can't know yet because you're so close to a resistance where, look, they failed thrice. And now like they could just be back testing the bottom of the zone as resistance. Like you can't really get hype about Link again until your buyers are breaking $16 and change. Then yeah, an easy run to $19, $20, but that's such a big if. It's cool to see that buyers defended this November 17th low. But again, think about it, right? It's the same situation. A huge run. And now like, upside's limited because you're just staring into the face of a major inflection point where, again, buyers have not been able to breach it for real. They haven't been able to. So it's okay, cool. Atom looks kind of okay. Where you've got this level from history that's undeniable. Look, I mean, 2020 was a peak and then a valley. 2021, a valley again in 2022, multitude times 2022, and they defended it again. I mean, like, but it could be perfect. Could be perfect, but Locally, the most, like, I'd probably go long on it myself if we saw something like this again. Like, and if they actually defended it. But you just, like, because you want confirmation, man, right? And I don't think that this is the confirmation low. I think you want to locally you're always looking for predictable patterns. What's a predictable pattern? Something like that. Dragon on the second local low, right? The large wave, then the two small waves. And then on the second low, you got bullish divergence over and over and over again. That's all you're looking for. Predictable, recognizable, studied, researched patterns at inflection points on the chart you're looking at over and over and over again. Until you get them, you can't do anything. You have to wait. And that's unfortunately where we are. We're kind of in a purgatory right now on alts. If you want the most optimum entries for long setups, you gotta wait, man. Can't say you didn't have your chance 3 months ago. It's okay though, man. Look, the buyers are coming in, trying to get us back above 41,986. 10 minutes, chat. 10 to go. Matic just all over the place. It's really tough here. This is hieroglyphics. I mean, it's cool that you've got a couple higher lows than this low, yeah, but bearish and golden candle today, back below 89 cents. Remember, this was the first target of the trade setup. This was the second target of the trade setup at 102. There's a third target at 130. There is. So you're like 66% complete. There's one more, and then you would exit, at 130. But like, it is so choppy. And if you were gonna look at it like from a risk management standpoint, if you are range bound, the closer you are to 72.2 cents, the closer you are to being able to optimally strategize a stop loss and an entry. So you're not close to that really right now. That you're about 14% off an area where it would make any sense at all to maybe, again, take an entry and a stop loss below the 72 cent level. There's nothing to do. You got to go touch grass. You got to go look at other markets. You got to look at uranium that's just blew up to its highest level in many years. Crypto it was frothy, and look, understand, I'm saying like there's all this potential downside. These things at any time can just randomly pump or they can randomly dump. But we do know that we're looking to go long where we can strategize, right? Oh, it's a level from history where it reversed before. Okay, we're looking to long areas where locally there's like confirmation bottoms at those levels where historically they reversed. They could reverse there again. Hey, you can't say it certainly didn't happen again. Look, July 2022, September 2022, October 20. Look what happened. History repeated itself, and it was pretty recent, November. A couple lows at that exact spot took this price up to the second target trade setup. I mean, it took it up right after pretty much the second test here. You had, just went up 48% in less than a month. So I look at this and say, hey, you gotta wait, man. There's the Matic comet is not visible with the naked eye, therefore there's no action to take. You can't. V-Chain, I look at this and say, what can you do? I don't really see any, like you just put in your first lower high. Now you're testing this crazy old supply line. Maybe it's demand line. Hopefully they can hold it. Maybe they can hold 2.8 cents as support again. You get one low, the second low, you get a confirmation low. Maybe you could strategize there. I mean, it's a big deal. Like, it is not a joke at all. Like, the July 2018 peak right there, that wick high, and it had been regarded as support, resistance before. This is one where, hey, they do something like this. You're getting the predictable, wave structure stuff where you get two local bottoms, and maybe you find divergence on a lesser time scale that could take you upward. But again, you're just coming off of this huge run. It was an insane run. Correction, very, very shallow so far. Pullback, then low to high. Already looked at it. 382. You're currently sitting at a 38% retrace so far. If 2.8 cents doesn't hold, bye-bye. See VeChain back at 2 pennies. So this is what I'm saying. Like, we don't know if the levels will hold or not. We just know we could set up an entry and a stop loss, because if the stop loss gets triggered on something like this on that second test, bye-bye. See you down like 28%. Back into the channel, back to the next inflection point. Again, it's like this everywhere, unfortunately. I mean, we could take a gander. Hey, Doge is up on the day. Oh my God. That's cool. They're above the 200. Trying to pivot it here. There was already the crazy spring back test, and then it ran the next level. Now it's correcting. But where is it like bottoming? It's nowhere really meaningful. It's just tougher to strategize. I mean, the closer you are to 6.5, 6.6 cents, the easier it is to manage your risk. Yeah, sure. Well, maybe hidden bullish divergence at some point. All right, it looks okay. Just mega range bound. Yikes, there's Bitcoin at its fresh lows, chat. No party. See, there's just nothing. I mean, XRB got the Gartley. That's about it. That's, I mean, right? Unibot you had your chance. It's gone now. Mooned. Tezo's up 3%. Yeah, look, I mean, look. See, this is what I'm talking about on these assets, right? It's all about that local confirmation low. Look what happened, you know. But then it comes back, and then you get just liquidity grabs and back tests, and they defended it. And after a successful defense of a key level, there can be profound consequence, a price action, and you know you're still working on your highest daily candle close since April of 2023. So you got to wait for stuff like this to happen. We got less than 5 minutes to your daily and weekly candle close.
There's bears out here.
Are you scared, chat? Maybe the composite operator needs you to be scared. He needs your fear. Let's go to Maker that was like testing. It's still there. It like broke out. Like it literally broke out. But yeah, it's just up there. It's hanging in there pretty well compared to Bitcoin and all these altcoins getting just shredded. But it all came with the confirmation low before the run, and now it's like an impulse phase, and you're looking for a consolidation phase to be taking swing trades, not impulse phase. So, all right, so we're running out the clock here. Litecoin. Yeah, it's like it's cool and all that it had that run, but it doesn't matter because it's the lowest high. Right? The high, the lower high, the confirmed lowest high with formal bearish backtest of the 200-day simple moving average. It's like terrible right now. Like garbage. This is the last thing I want on is Litecoin with this type of price action. It's bad. So see you back at 66 soon. But then we look at something that had opportunity and recently, and now it's gone, and it hit 100 because that was the first target because it's a swing low back from August.
China to me, China.
Straight to zero, brothers. Don't be exit liquidity, 0.06028852 LTC.
Wow. Bulls get wrecked. Thank you, dude. For the Litecoin contribution, what do you slap me in the face? I just said Litecoin looks buh. Till 66 at least. All right, you heard him. He said, get wrecked. So after 100, if the buyers can keep this thing up, we're going 150. There's just nothing there. I mean, that's your next overhead resistance, next target if you were trading it. It's Unibot. But this is the stuff you're looking for, though. You get it? Like, you're not looking for things now that look like this. Because you missed it, Larry. You freaking missed it. If you're here late, that's your fault. Why don't you get involved with the market before it becomes frothy and the composite man has beckoned you via media organization, social media legacy, doesn't matter. That's what happened. We had like almost 2,000 people watching SEC News Day because it's just like composite man, he already accumulated and now he's beckoning everyone else all the dumb money so he can sell on your head short term, dump on your head. Bro, Zcash, man. Well, Zcash, a nice formal bearish back test of the low from June 10th of last year. It is now, for the first time in human history, a resistance and rolling over again. Bearish convergence. Someone was like, I can't even believe people were talking about Zcash, saying positive things on one candle, June 10th. It's like, who cares? It made its lowest close in human history just a few days ago. It looks like OP topped out, double top. Oh yeah, man, this is like, look out, probably. Look at, one time, all right. Scrubs, buying, okay, scalpers, they're buying. And then the second, it was the second attempt from the market participants to see what they could do. And all they did was test the 1414 fib extension and confirm. Not enough of them to keep this thing going, and now you're catching some big follow through the downside, almost down 9%, and it's like this massive potential double top, right? Hidden bullish divergence, at a support, manifested into an attempted rally, and that was it. And now it's confirmed top. And now here we go. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Lowest daily candle close and 4-hour candle close and 12-hour candle close of the year 2024. That's it, man. We are screwed. No, I'm just kidding. We're not, but we're not screwed. We're good. It's not happening. Hello? All right, get wrecked, everybody. Get wrecked. So a formal bearish breakdown on the 4-hour and daily confirmed. 42K from 2021. You are now below it, and that hasn't happened. That really, it kind of happened December 29th. It's what you're hoping for again, but they got you, dude. All right, so go back to Bitcoin because it's your local on the 8s. Oh, I got that. Yep, confirmed. Demand line breakdown. I mean the initial one, right? The one that was set up. Anchor point 1, October 27th, 2, November 3rd, 3, November 7th, and then you let it ride. And then you had violations, but always the back test was like reconfirming its validity. And then you got like even more validity of its existence. January 3rd, and then the 12th, and now it has been officially broken. So if you catch follow with it, of course they might recapture it. I hope so, man. But that was kind of running out of supports till 40,665. Well, I don't really like that. Let me get that on my playlist, man. Yeah, we can actually go below zero this time. Yeah, dude. Bitcoin to negative dollars. Incoming. Straight capping. Just kidding. Just remember, man, it was a big run, and nothing goes up forever. Even things that go up forever, long term, they don't go up forever, short term. So everything's gonna be fine. If the buyers can come in and we can get back above 42K, it would be all but a bad dream. But if we just talk about fib retraces, you never know, man. Like low to high, that was the low to the high. You haven't even seen a 38% retrace yet, which is common, right? 40K, 39.99, 3.5. The beginning of the golden zone, right? Between the 618 to 382. That's your common retrace zone for corrections. So you still got more downside if you're going to go by that framework, the Fibonacci framework. Highest negative momentum seen on Bitcoin's daily since November 12th, 2022. No, or November 13th, 2022. It's been a long time since we've seen this much negative momentum on the daily. Look at the weekly, because the weekly closed. We're there. But that's really, really somber looking candle. That is an insanely long. I mean, it could not be anything, because you gotta get confirmation this week. In 7 days, you need a close lower than this Japanese candlestick patterns close, right? You need a lower close, because it's not really real yet. It's very real in terms of it's a potential shooting star bearish engulfing candle combination, which is nasty, and it's all happening after that major 618 retrace from the highest high to the lowest low of that correction. 618. It's exactly, literally exactly where Bitcoin topped out in 2019, from your high to your low. There it was, Larry, a 618, and never again until things had changed after the COVID crash, right? So how uncanny is it? You're getting the same type of freaking candles too. Like, I mean, yeah, look what happened the next week. You know, there was like a double top kind of. It was really a bearish cipher on the daily. That's how it concluded. It was freaking brilliant, man.
What's your music streaming service? Spotify? Folded hands.
Streaming service? Music streaming service? It's me being like DJ. Every song on this stream, every song is hand selected by for thee or something. We're both the collective these, we's men. Where are we at? Oh, okay, I gotta go back. Yeah, right here, man. I guess it was on the 4 hour. It was best looking. It's funny how that cycle concluded. How its genesis was the bullish Gartley. There was the beautiful bullish Gartley, and it concluded with a bearish cipher. Beautiful. I mean, you can't even make up how wonderful it was. So I don't think we have. The good news is, I guess, I don't think Bitcoin has the data up here for that yet. I don't think you have any sort of bearish harmonic, really, unless you're talking about a freaking, was it a crab or butterfly? Be a crab. 1618. Yeah, that's it, man. Wow. Yeah, there's your bearish harmonic.
It's China to me. China.
Check out the 2-week close candle OKBTC. Also potential bearish div on 2-week MACD.
2-week bullish divergence, man. What? Oh, I guess we can check it out. What did you say? 2-week hidden bullish divergence. Whatever, man. I'm like not really concerned about the 2-week. 2-week candle close looks okay. No, dude, what? That is a perfect. I mean, I hope it fails. I hope, my God, we're just, nope, doesn't even matter. Let's keep going up. But that's like a beautiful bearish pin bar shooting star reversal on the 2-week. Thanks for bringing it up. That is not pretty. That's so ugly, man. Right, you just type in bearish pin bar on the internet, on Google, and you'd be like, Bitcoin 2-week, it's perfect. So again, though, right? Just because a Japanese candlestick is recognized doesn't really give it confirmation. This next 2 weeks is very important. The next 14 days, You must see a 2-week candle close below the close of this one. That would confirm it with a lower low. You don't have that yet. So it could very well be bull crap. It could be nothing burger. If in 2 weeks, if we have a good 2 weeks of price action and Bitcoin's closing above 42K and all that, or closing above 42.3, then it maybe never was. But that's just the perfect level. The 618, if you, same thing down there, man, back in 2019. It's beautiful. So, what are you talking about? Hidden divergence? Potential bearish divergence on the 2-week. On the MACD. Sure, it's just so much positive momentum right now. Normally you're like, you don't even really want to say much about bearish divergence until like the histogram's like getting really close to neutral. Because like I think like just from being in these markets so long, like the closer you get to neutral, the closer you are to resolution, where you're either going to invalidate it soon with more positive momentum building, or you're about to switch to negative and you're going to see the price roll over and more negative momentum come after that. So right, and things are getting closer to neutral. All right, getting close to neutral, closer to being able to say it's actually diverging versus up here. What happens if we have a good week? Good 2 weeks, and it's like more positive momentum and just builds again. It's too early, way too early. Weekly is, you're getting close to neutral again though. Yeah, that's a nasty weekly, dude. That candle anyway. I hope it fails. I hope there's no follow through at all. And there's no confirmation, but geez, a bearish engulfing shooting star. It's not a bearish pin bar. It's worse. It's completely covered the previous candle. That's worse than a pin bar. What happened? I know the Cowboys were getting wrecked. They didn't come back. There's no way. It was like halftime. It was like 27-7 halftime. There's no way they came back. So it's more like, see ya next year, Cowboy lover, Swain Batson. See you, and you, and you. I think money's going into alts rather than Bitcoin. That was the case. That certainly was the case. If you don't know and you're paying attention, I mean, like, when the announcement of Bitcoin's ETF, when it was approved and it was real, Ethereum Classic started massively running. A few others, I guess. I don't. It was really like Ethereum. Ethereum Classic were the two big ones. And look at the weekly on Ethereum. Look, can we please get some holy Jesus chimes? There was no shooting star, bearish engulfing. It was a bullish engulfing candle. Your highest weekly candle close confirmed since May 2nd of 2022. Inverse of Bitcoin. Incredible. Breached the 382 for the first time with the candle close. As you had tested it from the highest high to the lowest low of the correction. You had been testing the 38% retrace multitude of weeks, and you finally broke it with a close. And you can just be headed back to 27.59. If the trend that has just kind of begun with like this it's a new dynamic, a passing correlation or decoupling of price action and performance. If this continues, then yeah, something changed where bots could very well be programmed now to be just buying Ethereum. Maybe it's like, okay, there was something to get excited about on Bitcoin with this approval of the ETF, and now it's happened. So now like people are going to put their money into the anticipation of maybe an Ethereum spot ETF. So yeah, events can change the way everything goes, can change price action. So I think that is a key characteristic lately.
Mitch,
Yeah,
BTC
really
looks
admire that.
juiced. I was long, but it appears the ETFs were a say the news event. I could see a double top a few weeks up to the halving. Yikes.
Greg P, you can see just about anything. Here on the new week, we've got the buyers coming in to test 41,986 to see if it is a resistance now or if they're going to recapture the level. That is what is happening right now as I'm speaking to you. It's a test, man. There's an examination. Yep, super excited about the Pepe ETF, man. All right, back above 42K. Let's hold in there. Bitcoin, Ethereum kind of just hanging, same type of gains. Bitcoin's up almost 1% on the day already. Let's look at XRP on the weekly, and then BNB after. I mean, dang, man, look what they did. The 200-week simple moving average was somehow, by the grace of God, defended again last week and this week. And if you look at the weekly, dude, it's pretty wild. I mean, it really is like there's been this problem area. It's been 50 to 51 cents. Resistance, resistance, resistance. It was support, support, resistance, resistance, resistance. It flipped to support. That's the most recent discernible event on XRP. And then it had been performing so miserably, but that's okay because, like we said, that event could shift things. It shifted Ethereum. Who's to say that this Gartley would not play out? Would or would not play out? That is the dream, Gartley. You're talking about it's coming off a correction, but you're in this established uptrend already, and where it's completing and concluding its development is at that very key support resistance. I think you could be very optimistic on XRP right here for a major upside. It's a freaking Gartley, man. Flip this again. Like every time, people say, I don't know. You flip it over and you'd say, I wouldn't want to own this crap. Look at this. They completed a Gartley and everyth's resistance now, and it's already in a bearish trend. This thing's going to collapse probably to 76 cents. And then what would happen? X, A, B, C, and then the D point would be at like 88 cents down here. Like where you got, a harmonic is in the midst of being painted, and it would be like a huge bearish Gartley like this at 786. And just for that to complete, you know how much upside there is from here? 44% upside. A harmonic within a harmonic. Yeah, I would XRP right now, because Ethereum, sorry dude, ascending triangle in early December was there. The buyers were breaking 2,000, back testing it as support with the reaccumulation structure developing and maturing. You had your chance. You had the perfect textbook entry on Ethereum in early December. You had it. And it went straight to 2,400, but then, for a month, sideways. But then broke out on the ETF news and went to the second target. But now I'm telling you, it is January 14th. And here is XRP with a very good harmonic and a good trend on the cusp of a key level being broken. XRP is the best of them for opportunity. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, again, you had your chance. Ethereum, it was right here, man. It was right there. That was your chance. That was the entry. And the Bitcoin was before that. There was a trade setup before that on Bitcoin. I'll just show it again because it's like, man, you just have limited time. Like, there are only very small slivers of time where there is opportunity that presents itself, where the entry is optimum. It's right here. That's why I always talk about it's the comet. the Ethereum comet. Back in late November, early December, the Ethereum comet was visible to the naked eye in a telescope. But then, after just a few days after the opportunity presented itself, it was too late to prepare. It was literally like as soon as this, I mean, almost, you had a little, maybe, you had like a day or two to take a shot once this was posted. And it goes straight to that target.
Time to
but
sit
then
on hands,
sideways,
chat.
and then
Cheers, Mitch. Keep it. We sure appreciate you.
And then the second target. And look at that sell off at the second target. Hold on. What was that? Was that egg? No, that wasn't egg. That was someone. Hold on. Yeah, that was egg again. What's up, egg? No, it wasn't. What is going on? Gotta open my phone back up. Yeah, it's not like showing up anywhere. Andrew, thank you, dude. Time to sit on hands, chat, and maybe not for XRP. XRP, you got a very limited window of time. That's all you got on XRP. Like, you had a limited amount of time on Ethereum. And what was the other one? Like, limited window of time. Right? You have... Did you know that Elizabeth Warren and Nancy Pelosi made a fortune in the Apple business? Yeah, they are amazing at insider trading. Thanks for the cider, dude. Thank you, Evil Mitch Ray. Right? You get limited windows. Okay. Like, there's only, you don't get many chances where, like, Bitcoin's in this sovereign wealth fund, Moon Boy, show the same demand line. This is the same one that they're trying to defend right now. You only get a small window, and then there you have it. I mean, it almost gets stopped out, but it does not get stopped out because it was strategically placed stop loss below the previous discernible swing low. Didn't get stopped. So 1 and 2, I know it went higher. Yeah, of course. Again, trade setups are chapters. Trends are books. When a chapter concludes, it doesn't mean the book's over. It just means a new chapter could begin or would begin. So now I'm just saying, BNB, same kind of thing where it was like, hey, man, you can't say we're not looking at these every single day. And it's like, hey, like, if they're defending it, my God, if you break 250, I mean, there's nothing there till 330, 350. And that thing, like, within a week went straight up. It broke out and went right to the next level. Small window of opportunity, only between pretty much late November to early December, about a week or 10 days, where you were able to enter, add a key support, and be able to set up a reasonable stop loss that's strategic and let it ride. You had this small window. And now that same window is on XRP, kind of right now. Do you get it? It's here, and it could fail too. Just as easily as that Bitcoin trade or that Ethereum trade before could have failed. Just like BNB. Maybe couldn't have held that support, but they did. And here we are with the 1414 confluent with the 786 in an uptrend and a bullish backtest. Let me show you. I think I have the Coinbase chart too, which I know it's limited on data, but you gotta understand here. It makes it a lot clearer when you look at the Coinbase chart because there's not all these freaking insane moves. Look what's happening. There's an undeniable level of inflection from August 2023, then September and October. You can really see the price action correlating to this level. There's just not much here, right? It's like it got relisted back in July. But look how they, the crazy liquidity grab, stop loss hunting, whatever, completion of the M shape. But then look at this, like when the volatility subsided and the price action went and the buyers went to really test that level, and they said, hey, what was once resistance is now maybe support. And then you go to like the 12 hour and you can see I mean, it could fail, but you can see like spring back test of spring once and then twice. A confirmation low. And it's like, it's not about whether it succeeds or not. It's about like where it is right now. Where like a stop loss below 54 cents and you let this thing ride to 67, 70 plus 80 cents. It's about being able to strategize a 3-to-1 reward to risk with the completion of the M shape, with where this price action
Mitch,
is.
if you're hearing this now, we have to look at the price of dog life at. Let's explore this TA. Will this bat on the 4HR change things for the dog whiff hat? Ticker is with...
Yeah, Future Mitch, was that 15? I'll ask. If it wasn't, just tip with your Tangia till it's 15, and then we'll, I guess, look at that garbage. Okay, so like Bitcoin went on its run, Ethereum went on its run, BNB went on its run, and guess what? Of the big four, which one hasn't? The one we're looking at, and it's got all the makings of a Velocity athlete, despite it being XRP. So that's the argument. I mean, below 55 cents, I think your argument collapses. I think like you don't really want to own XRP below the level that was just formally defended twice. That's the whole argument for owning it. Is they defended it twice. So it's time for the sellers to relent and the buyers to take control and push this thing back to the next major inflection point, which would be like 66 to 67 cents. Future Mitch versus Evil Mitch? Yeah, I don't know. WIV is inflationary. No, WIV's virtually a scam. It's a Beanie Baby. It has flashing lights on it, though. It's like LA Lights, but for Beanie Babies that are digital. Yeah. So I just wish that there was more out there that had tremendous opportunity like this, where it's just like kind of a no-brainer. And again, like this M shape took 83 plus days to develop. I mean, price action's a big part of it, and it's like once and then twice, and then the second low is a higher low too. It's whatever. Checking on Sol again, where, you know, wow, that's ugly candle. My God. Yeah, so I just, it's hard to just be excited about things like Sol because XRP didn't do this. Sol went on this crazy run, and now it's just like finally making a bunch of lower highs and now a few lower lows locally. And just the opportunity existed, but it was back in September and then back in late November. And now it's just kind of, it's not presenting the things you're looking for exactly. Okay, was there any, I don't even know if there was a real request. There hasn't been one real request in 2 streams, I think. So let's make sure. Just here, given the updates, unfortunately, there's just not like, there's not much opportunity. Like there had not been. And there are things that need to happen, and then there will probably be more opportunity. Yeah, that's it, dude. Doesn't see Johnny Castle. See, that's not the mentality. He says XRP is useless. 15 years time, it'll be dead. Do I give a living crap? Did I ever say I cared about XRP ever? I'm talking about being able to set up an entry and a stop loss that is reasonable for a swing trader. I'm not talking about the project. Go to every other channel. They'll talk about projects all day because they're not going to be talking about advanced technical analysis. They're not. They're not talking about Garley's completing, price action correlating to levels that was once resistance. It's now support. Look at this positive. You're about to go positive momentum. There's just an argument for upside short term, midterm. There just is. Ethereum there was, and then it played out. Bitcoin there was, then it played out. And then it's like, now what? Nothing you can do. Jeffrey, yes, it is. It is. Who cares about what this? It's another Beanie. XRP is a utility token of Ripple. You're not, when you buy XRP, you're buying the things that the banks use to make transactions between banks in record speed times, right? Like, you're not investing. You're just, we're like all weekend. Like, okay, for me, I don't give two craps about fundamental analysis of an S coin, any of them. I don't care. Bitcoin, yeah, it's proven. It's number go up long term, no matter what. You hold it, whatever. Okay, store of value. I don't know. Ethereum went proof of stake. Okay, well, so anyway, it doesn't matter. We're only looking for recognizable patterns and structural developments, and we're looking for those patterns to complete their development at key levels. And then after that, if that happens and we're less enough to get that, then we're looking for an entry and a manageable trade, right? Risk management, 3-to-1 reward to risk, where if you have 3-to-1 reward to risk, you only have to win 33% of your trades. Think about it. If you have a 2-to-1, you have to win half your trades. If you have a 1-to-1, you have to win 100% of your trades. So 3-to-1 minimum. I think the first target could give you 3-to-1, and then you go for bigger targets. You're going to like 7, 8-to-1. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I'll check that one. Because I like that one. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, yeah.
Man, coming back from the dead is tough. But you know what's tougher? Trying to explain XRP to people who still think Bitcoin is going to 100,000.
Oh, it's Alex Cobb, man. Hey, dude. Thanks so much, dude. Welcome. Well, Alex Cobb should be excited about the Gartley. And it could be his S-Coin is finally on deck for the next big move. Because all the 3 big ones, actually 4 of the 5 big ones, because Sol. But there's one that hasn't done it, but now it's presented the opportunity like it's maybe going to, and that's XRP. So anyway, that's the sermon, you know, like today. So this is great. DYDX is like a trade setup. This thing's insane. This is like Wyckoff accumulation. And we're now about to begin phase E, which is the markup phase. The backup has concluded. The sellers have utterly failed to keep the price below the top of the trading range. They've broken it back out. There was bullish divergence at the 200 simple moving average. One will be in on this, and they will be waiting for it to explode. And you really do. I mean, conservative target of 433 because that's the high from November. But above that, you're looking for a 714 target, which is unbelievable. That's obscene. That doesn't even make sense in traditional world because it's 150% upside is your target from here, your hard target. If what we're identifying is correct, right? Which is Wyckoff accumulation. Last points of supply and the backup phase is concluding, I think, with the price back above 273. Anything above 273 back above it it's game time. Just waiting for moon. Waiting for moon. You're in a sweet spot. You're in a really nice little, the comet. You can kind of see the DYDX comet right now. There it is. It's close to Earth. Kind of just like looking at it right now. Okay, you can take action on it or not. You can hop on the DYDX comment, or you can just say, nah, I don't know, man. And then it'll go up to $7, and then you can't, it's over, right? So this is a trade setup. This is like actionable for a long, and you're not too far off where this thing could go up 150%, or at least, okay, maybe not even, if you're going to be conservative here, let's just say at least 51%, but then 150 after. DYDX, it's a decentralized exchange. Okay, Larry? Poised for moon. Very few assets in crypto look anything like this. Understand that. Very, very few. Just like Unibot. Almost nothing looked like Unibot. They did, some of them did months ago, but then they went up 100 to 200%. And now they're just elevated and they're correcting some, and there's no real opportunity now on those because they played out. But this one is in the midst of playing out. It's right there. It hasn't even really begun to play out yet. Well, it's Mizzo Gamma. What's up, bud? Yeah, January 10th, it looked fine. It was like discussing, hey, it's like the backup. And now the fact that it's back above the top of the trading range, just like, oh, green light on DYDX. They recaptured. The buyers recaptured the level. More than before. Higher highs, higher lows. You're going to see. You will see. And once you see, this better be clipped. Same with XRP too, probably. Because it's like, that's the one now. The comet, the XRP comet is visible to the naked eye. You can see with the telescope even closer. You can see Alex Cobb's nose hairs with the telescope. They look like BX cables, man.
Yeah, Mr. White. Yes, science.
Thank you, Jesse Pinkman. Thank you, dude. Oh, was that? Oh, Chili's. What's up, KelVZ? Chili's Connect. Probably not great, but we'll see. Chili's. Decentralized baby back ribs.
Can we look at $CHZ?
Thank you, dude. Well, you see this level yet? Right there. 8.4 pennies. The price is currently trading below that. I guess they finally found a bottom. They just put one in, you know, at 5.887 cents. So I like that they're defending the 200, but it's hard. It's harder to manage risk, right? Because you're up against a resistance. Let's see, what is this? It's right there. That candle low close. Then you can see the spring back test of spring right there before launch, right? And then another test back way later. Yeah, that's a big level, 9.657 cents. So you gotta just mark it, candle low close the wick like we do, and it's a zone, and it's, you can see you're trying to break in back into it, but you're just right below it at it. And it's like, all I can do is tell you, if you break 9.6 cents, I mean, massive upside potential, because that's almost always what happens, right? Like a 16-cent target up there. That's a big if, though, man. So, is that okay? Thank you. Getting super mathematicky in here. So what you really normally, like, the best things you're looking for, you want this asset to do this eventually. You want this, but most optimally you would want this. If you got that, you got my blessing for a long, because you're confirming what was once support resistance is support again, and locally it's confirmed as support. And then give me the oscillators at the same time. Oh my God, forget about it. But that just hasn't happened yet. It's not there, and it may never happen. But if you wanted to take a long on Chili's, these are the things you want to occur. You want to wait for that stuff to happen. If it doesn't happen, I'm not long in it, and I'm never going to lose sleep over not owning Chili's coin ever. Oh, bro, I can't believe it, man. Chili's baby back ribs before bed. I'm gonna miss out on Chili's. All right, Bitcoin 42,248, already up $550 in the first 38 minutes of the new week and day. Where just about everything is following behind it. Everything.
Floor/USD day and weekly bull flag.
FLR, I don't know. I don't look at FLR. What is that? Flare? Flare. Of course it is. It's flare, dude. Bull flag. Yikes. Now I gotta see, when you're giving me tepid joke scam coins I've never heard of, please give me the exchange, because like I'll look at KuCoin and you'll be like, bro, there's more data somewhere, and it's like, that's your fault. You gotta like tell me what you want, what exchange. I like, there's 18,000 plus of these loser scam coins. It's not my job to be like scanning through your loser scam coin and finding out which one has the most data on whatever loser exchange it's on. Here's your flare. It looks like it's in a nasty downtrend. Here's your supply line. It's probably like that. It's probably like 1 and 2, and then everything correlated to the first two after that. I don't care. Like I don't really care. Don't care about stuff that looks like this at all. I don't know why you do either, though. That's the thing. I don't know why you're fishing for garbage like this. 216,000 volume.
This is the worst.
It's garbage. It's not even worth looking at, but whatever. Someone paid to see this, and I'm grateful for it. Understand, the gratitude I have is equal to the gratitude I show for a good request, but it's terrible. It's just garbage. Garbage scam coin no one knows about or cares about, and it's not really... I don't see anything that I would do here. But hey, maybe you could keep going. Yeah, you flip a coin, or you go to the slot machine at the casino, or you go to the roulette table, you put it on black, you got a pretty high chance of it going one way. But that's all you're doing. So keep, the trader is playing the numbers game. So they have to have a system that works over time. Just coin flipping on loser S coin scams. Yeah, this time it might go up. All right. Nothing to do here, man. Nothing. Johnny, because this is a 100% crowdsourced stream. I don't monetize like every other person you watch on YouTube. They all monetize. They all have ads that you have to watch. None of them play copyright music like I do every single stream. They all have affiliate marketing links, or they have a sponsor. This channel doesn't do that. So we're crowdsourced. So these requests that come in, whether they're terrible like this, which again, it doesn't matter if they're terrible or not, because I'm equally grateful for every contribution I receive, even if they're just not good requests. So that's why we look at them. Out of respect to the people that fund this community. All right, Ethereum, looking back at it on the new week, it's just around 2,500. It'd be cool to see 2,400 for a bullish back test. Because it's a real level. It was just resistance. It was a range, and you always like seeing tests. So market participants can show us that what was once resistance is now support. That'd be nice. Sol up 2%, XRP up 1%, BNB up 1.2%. Just about everything's in line with Bitcoin right now.
Less than 34.325925 XRP.
Eric, you should have saved your XRP, man. Right, based on the chart, it looks like that XRP is going to be worth more. So I appreciate that contribution. Not very often I get XRP contribution. Super exotic. Thank you. Thank you for the less than 3. Less than 3 back at you. Here is a Ethereum Classic that has done no bullish back tests at all. It's just pulling back. What's, off its highs? My God. It had a 20% correction from the high, 19.35% correction. Nothing to do here. I mean, like, if you were going to do something, the best thing you could do is try to wait for 24 and see if these buyers could defend it. Where it was always resistance, it flips to support, but it's not there yet. So it's really hard to say anything. But we knew that, like, this was like Wyckoff accumulation, last points of supply stuff. It was starting to look really good, man. And then what happened? The Bitcoin ETF news, and Bitcoin does nothing, but all of a sudden ETC and Ethereum just start rallying hard, and it's like, man, something's going on. Something's changed. And if that change in dynamic is real, then again, you just wait. Wait till 58.5 cents actually really breaks. I can't even believe it. Like, staring at this chart, I'm like, XRP that is just so bad looks so good.
Oh, it feels so good. That boy is good.
Yeah, that boy is good. Good and terrible. I'll just have an alert set up, man, because this is an inflection point. I mean, you break that, an easy run to 62 at least. Like, see, because of Bitcoin's poor performance yesterday, they were trying, but they failed. But now, like, hey, if the sell-off's done, we're at session highs on Bitcoin. I mean, dude, he could break it this time. Could be off. Alex Cobb won't get the news about the Gartley until XRP is at 69 cents, I would say. What's up, Reflare? Alex Cobb! It's beautiful, Eric. It's beautiful. Yeah, man. Here it is. Storage.
Store just on Binance, please. Is the comet here on Earth at current level?
Value sensei. Value sensei.
Sorry. Storage up 2% today. Well, I mean, it's doing something. That something is testing an inflection point. It's like the old range, right? So it's kind of cool where, like, here's the top of the range at 52.9, 53 cents, and the bottom of the range is 25, and there's price action. There's an old ice line from history that's so real. I mean, look how real it is, right? So they kept violating it. But, like, okay, so they're violating it, but look, this, just forget the context from history. Just look at the range and look what they've done. They broke this thing, and there was never a back test. My God, once it broke out, the range breakout, it eventually found its way up 132% in 42 days, up to the next big inflection point. It's a reversal point a few times in history, support, resistance. But now look what's happening. I mean, like, they're testing and testing, and they're holding, but the closer you are to 53 cents, the closer you are to being able to have an entry set up and then some sort of stop loss that's tight. I mean, it's okay. I don't really see a structural development that is in textbooks that's recognizable right now. I don't really see that. There is no bullish divergence I see either. But dang, man, you are, like, off its high. Storage had a 58% retrace in 18 days. Still down 50% from its highs, like a month. So I don't know. We'll go to the 4 hour and look at it. mean, it just does, like, I don't really, want to, like, confirmation low, maybe a higher low here. Again, I just look at stuff like this and I'm like, yeah, it could definitely rally, sure. I'm just looking for the things that I know, and I know that other people would see too, like Gartley's completing at key supports and uptrends, or ascending triangles before.
Please take a look at Quant. Thanks for the great TA.
Hey, Burton Man, thank you for the 3rd super chat in your history. Thank you, dude. And Reflare, thank you for your 3rd super chat in history. It's the 3-time anniversary, man. Thank you. Celebrate. Celebrate good times. Come on. Yeah, I guess anything above 53 is okay. But, like, right, if you're talking about 2 levels, you want to see, like, the closer you are, the better, because then the upside becomes maximum. When you're here, so if you were going to anything, just about support resistance trading, right? Okay, I know the level, it's real. Okay, so if you're able to do something like this, well, then you're able to get away with just taking profit at a key inflection point from history, and it's 3-1. But if you're here, how do you can't set up a reasonable stop loss, and there's just limited upside potential. Like 0.89 to 1, it just doesn't work. So you're always looking to trade or go long, fresh long on things that are close to inflection points. This, unfortunately, has tested them successfully twice in the 4-hour and has rallied off of it, but it's just not there anymore. So how do you enter fresh? You can't really. XRP to BTC hit back tested formally a 13. I'm sorry, an ice line from the year 2013, and they defended it, actually. So storage, man, it's just like another one. Went on a crazy run. It's correcting, and it's not at like a right now at a reasonable area to take an entry fresh, with being able to, right after you enter, set a stop. It's not really at that level. It's not at 1. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday, though, man. Hope you had a good weekend, too. Quant for Burton. He wants Quant, which is QNT. That recently hit a resistance and pulled back. Almost uncanny. Yeah, maybe some hidden bullish divergence is developing, but there's still so much negative momentum. It's not close to neutral yet. It's just, right, you got your level. 100, 150. Knowing that you're at 117. Kind of like tough, man. Like, is there a structure here? Not really. I mean, I guess it's kind of making higher highs, higher lows. It might be the highest low, but again, if we're talking about inflection points, it's kind of far off. $17 off, which is what? That's like 14% off the optimum entry level if you were gonna ever do it, right? There was a trade setup I posted way back in the end of 2022. It was just like, right, the big pullback, then one low, then the second low, and on the second low you had bullish divergence. Like, that's it. And the first target was 150, but there was a second and third. It never hit. It only hit one target because the market was so kind of bad then, if you remember. But it was, and look what it ended up doing. It sucks. It was awful. So, right. Why did I go long? Because it's like, oh, it's a recognizable confirmation low, literally at the inflection point. Right here, is it confirming a bottom? I can't really tell. It's a high or low, but it's not at the inflection point, certainly. And I don't really, it's just, it doesn't have enough to make me like sign off. Like, hey, I'm going to do a trade setup live. It just doesn't have enough yet. Rip Cowboys. Most points allowed in a playoff game? Yikes. Not good, dude. Okay, so that was a request, and meh. Big meh. Right, things can look okay, but if they're not at like clear, concise inflection points.
Mitch, your show is the best on the interwebs, however chat is mid. I'm working on that myself. Appreciate everything you do. This year I plan on contributing some charts, not just counting on you. Eyes on energy and oil for short to midterm.
Saul Goodman, thank you so much. Bet 1 than 2. Appreciate the kind of words. I mean, very subjective. I mean, like, it's very humbling that you would even say that, but I'm just saying, like, that was never, there's no point. I'm not, the best, dude. I'm like the best. Like, who cares, man? There's no ego. I'm a freaking guy with a microphone and a webcam and a keyboard and a few screens. That's it, dude. That's as far as it goes. So he didn't request, though. Eddie Bread. Wow, thank you. So quite a last name. I guess we'll just look at Casper, which is an S coin. Ghost coin, Casper the ghost coin. They're up at night, right? The devs. They're up at night and they're like, bro, man, I just like, hold on, what will be the name of like our development, man? Well, like maybe like a ghost, like Casper the ghost, dude, you know, like that guy, like the cartoon.
A lot has happened since we last visited CSPR. Do you think the .786 was the top for now? Thanks, man.
I think the 786 was the top for now. From the high to the low, 78% retrace. Still looks good, man. I mean, after all that crap with Bitcoin, look how elevated it is. I know it had a crazy pullback. You guys be working on hidden bullish divergence if it keeps up. It's at this key level, man. 4.8 cents to 5 cents. You see it, the candle closes a wick high here, and then all the candle closes here is support. Then it flipped to resistance before marking down on June 4th. It's such a real level. You know, if you were an aggressive harmonic trader, 6.2 pennies was gonna be it, man. That was your hard targets. But yeah, you're pushing your luck. You know, these things keep running like that, and it's like they could continue, certainly. It's just the upside's becoming far more limited. I don't know if the top's in. There was certainly bearish divergence on both oscillators, mind you. From the high to the highest high of the run, lower levels, but then right after, you had the pullback. It played out, but then right now, what could be in development is hidden bullish divergence. So bearish divergence into hidden bullish divergence. Super strong. It's been, well, it's not, I mean, you need a lot more data. The closer we get to neutral, the closer it becomes to being kind of like real hidden divergence. So, you know, you can start selling off. But yeah, that was a good run,
Hey
man.
there, Mitch. Keep up the great work. Well, maybe it's pretty good. We're all still with you in the community. More McDonald's and Wendy's. I need fuel to beat the left, make crypto great again.
Shadow Mitch, thank you so much. Thank you. Man, that AI is so good. Yeah, so you're talking about profit taking. There's nothing wrong with 786 high to low. He's really talking about the 786. 786 confluent with that old high from October 2022. So that could have been a great profit taking level. People did take profit there twice, right? From December 30th all the way to the 5th. And the pullback. But the good news is the pullback so far has been very, very mild. Very, very shallow. Only like more than before. So it's really, it looks kind of okay. Like it's not really looking that weak. I'm sure there's probably like a channel or something. How would we do it? Like on the top end? Something like that. That's pretty. All right, look at this. One on the top. You know, and this is again not something to do anything with, but I'm just saying 1 and then 2 there, and then 1, 2, 3. You're like near oversold in the uptrend. So you imagine if the buyers like can really hold this and you're gonna run again. I mean, top of the channel is like 6.3 cents up there. So it's a nice uptrend on Casper, seriously. But hey, just another harmonic. I mean, was it the 886? It was. Was it the 786? The 100? Was it the 94? No, it was the 886, like the Jesus. Crazy, man. That was like, I think, no other request now. I was. Sorry, my meal prep people messed up my dish. Really disappointed because it's like my biggest order yet, but they're gonna fix it, man. They're gonna, all is well. Yeah. Anyway, we can look at more S coins if you want, like something like Cardano. There's just, you see it. There's nothing there. Like you got nothing. The only time to give a crap's like a harmonic completes, and then you get support being back tested, and like it keeps being tested, and it's like the closer you are to support, the only way you can enter and have a reasonable stop loss and let it ride. If it fails, you get stopped out with minimal losses. If it succeeds, hold me mother of God, max upside potential. And so it went well beyond 4.41 cents, and then ran to the 60s, and it's just correcting now. I just put in a lower high and whatever. No chance for just being able to reasonably take a long right here that makes sense. Even if it does go up, you have to get that. And thanks for the 700 plus people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, the bell, the sub. Be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. The Discord link is pinned in the chat, as you can see it, and I will spam it too if you don't trust my pin. There it is. Like 15,000 members. You need to join the Discord, because it's you'll miss my live streams if you don't, because I notify everyone when I go live, and it could be 5 a.m., midnight, normal time, whenever you get notified. YouTube will fail to notify you. But I also have to say, right, just because there might be new people watching, like if you join the Discord, well, you would want to join the Discord not just because of that, because there are educational resources in the Discord. It's called the Educational Resources tab. You click on it, and there is a plethora of great source material on the subject of technical analysis and trading. So if you're looking to get your feet wet in this this language, because this is a massive language, if you want to better follow along the streams, good reason to join the Discord. Because those sources that we have in the Educational Resources tab will guide you, would be a guiding light for you to learn this, so you can better follow along. Elevator P, yeah, I see that, dude. It's kind of insane. Like I don't even get it. What's up, Paris? PG, thank you, dude. Let's look at Bitcoin Cash. That had that Gartley. I can't even. It's so insane, man. Like, it ran up, it hit the 786, and then it was like, wait a second, that's like a massive Gartley. And it's still fine, right? I mean, like, the harmonic can resolve, but the trend's too bullish, and it's still above the 200-day moving average. It's still making a higher low. It's still fine. It's just that run completed the W shape there. This. Yep, still fine, man. Could be working on its highest low. But if that wasn't bearish divergence, yikes. Yeah, I think everything, Bitcoin Cash is completely fine as long as the higher lows keep coming in. I think you're good. Sol up 2.4% now. Okay. Maybe things are gonna be fine. I think I was looking at the 4 hour. Yeah, 4 hour. You had the shark that was then the bearish 5-0. Well, they're trying to hold on. You're just definitely correct. You've been correcting. You got to wonder. I mean, if they break the supply line, it's back to 124, 130, and the correction has concluded in the long-term uptrend. But this is one of the longest corrections in the crypto market, right? Because this one topped out in late December, and it's still correcting. Where many began their correction at the beginning of the year, like on the 1st. So again, that's what I'm saying. Sol's like one of the longest corrections, even though it's not that long. It's only a few weeks. It's like how the sellers stalled out, and then now all of a sudden you're like, high or low? Your first high or low of the correction. Something maybe worth paying attention to. All right. Oh, dang. How have I been live an hour 45 minutes? That's insane, dude. Okay. That's too much. Wow. I didn't even notice, man. But look at that. Look what they're doing. Chat, what if they do it, man? You gonna be a 4-hour king? You gonna be a 4-hour trader and be like, all right, man, they tried once, shame on them. They tried twice, shame on them again. But it's all about the confirmation lows. Look, the run, you see.
Hello there.
A little late, dude. A little late. So it's all about the confirmation. The one low, the second low. 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 One low, the second. Like if you, I think like, okay, you're gonna trade ascending triangles and falling wedges and harmonics and all that, and then you all want it to be happening at inflection points from history, and then we want the price action to correlate well at those levels. But then it's like always, man, like I think something you're always looking for with the swing trader methodology is the local confirmation low, the second bottom locally meaning like it's the waves, right? Like I wave down and you can visibly see that they've tried once and twice since that event, since the sell-off, 1 and 2. Right, here's the big sell-off. Then it's like 1, even like really zoomed in though. Like you can even see like 1 and then 2, right? And then a little bit more significant rally, but it still was like, and it had to come back down. But then like you go to the daily, you can see 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Anyway, so that's just something, trying to always reinforce the right things that anyone should be trying to apply in their own swing trading game. They're looking for double bottoms, but confirmation lows. All right, so thank y'all for coming out. Thanks for like, support, contributions. Hit that like button on the way out. Thanks for the 700 still here. But, it's just one of those nights. And I'm just saying, please pay attention to the bullish Gartley. Ignore the bullish Gartley and be left behind. Till next time, respect. T.A.
Thanks, Mitch.
AJ Productions, man, thanks so much for the $10 contribution right there. Much love, dude.
JP. I am a robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
I have some evidence Manbear Pig could be in this area.
I don't know, sir.
And then, just like that...
Adios, turd nuggets.
Please clap.